In this video we're going to look at how we can investigate problems in our results, and we'll use the number of runners in our data, and we'll have a look at why races with 15 runners hit 23 winners in 32 races for a winning strike rate of 71.88%, but races with 16 or more runners in our results cause a loss. So we'll look at how we can pick out those races so that we can investigate what went wrong with that part of the selection process. Now here we are in our part of analysis looking at the number of runners, and we've got limits set at 16 and 7, which is above 7 and below 16, so we're looking at 8 to 15 runners, and that brings up 32 races with 23 winners and 9 losers. Now if we alter things so that we're looking at races with more runners, put that up to 15 and that up to 30, that brings out the other 8 races above 15 runners, and now we can see we've hit 6 losers and 2 winners for the longest losing run of 3. So we can now go and investigate what went wrong with these few results. Right, here we are in the data input sheet. Now every time we enter something in that cell, those cells there, that whatever we type there is copied around the spreadsheet, and a set of columns are created over to the right in relation to what's entered in this column. So we'll just type hello in there, and you'll see that that title there is copied further to the right, and there'll be some columns there for working out all the figures to do with that hello column. So we'll step to the right, and the first set of columns that we come across are the all filters combined list, and those columns there are used to work out all the details for all our filters combined. We'll go further along, and there's our hello title there, look, and whatever we typed in that hello column back there, we could put our upper and lower limits in the analyze sheet, and it would bring up the relevant races there, and then pull out the winners and losers and all the other details that are transferred, copied into the analyze sheet using those columns. So we'll step a bit further on now, and we come to the number of runners section, which is where we're looking for our problem in these columns here. So we'll come round to that in a moment. But first we need to be able to position this information here next to this information here so that we can see what we're looking at. So we'll now do a bit of screen splitting. Now if you're not familiar with screen splitting in Excel, I have a separate video that explains how to split your screen both horizontally and vertically. So I'll just split the screens now and we'll get on with the analysis. So first we'll split our screen at the top so we can retain these headers as we go up and down the spreadsheet. We'll retain that information. So just drag the splitting down a bit, let go, and then step back up one to line it all up, and then step back to the left hand side of the spreadsheet, and we will need to retain all this on the left, so again drag the line across and place it just next to our number of runners just there. And now we can just move the sheet across to the left and position our number of runners next to all the information that we've got on the left there now. Now this is our number of runners, and we can now work on this, look at this part of the sheet and identify any time which horse we've been betting on. Now when we entered upper and lower limits in the analyze sheet, it brings up in this column here, it looks at all the results on the left and brings up the races between those limits and shows the winners and losers in this column here, and from that it pulls out the winners in the next column and the losers in, there's the winners and there's the losers in the next column there. And this is a profit or loss to a £1 level stake, that's the loser there, and that's the winnings after commission on that winner there. Those are then added together, and we get a cumulative figure there used for the graph. Our longest winning run and longest losing run appear at the top, and that's the winning run, and that's the number of times it appeared, and the first appearance is at that row there, which is row 18. Now our winner isn't actually on row 18, so what the spreadsheet does, it looks at where the next loser appears, and then it gives you the last row above that one. So it's looking at that set of cells there to see where the winning run was. So that's how you arrive at row 18. There, look. And the longest losing run, 3, appeared once down at line 46. So we'll just go down there and have a look at that. That's right at the end of the data, look. So it's put in the last row there, row 46. There are our 3 losers. And we don't know what the next result is, so that's why it's positioned that figure against the last result there. So we can now we'll just step up and see where the previous winner was. There was a previous winner, and there are our 3 losers down at the bottom of our data. So we're ready to take a look at maybe what went wrong with our results. So we might look at them one at a time and identify our runner there and the odds and number of runners. Then have another look at the next one maybe. See if we can see any problems that might have caused our loser with that, and the third one, and so on. And we might step further up the sheet to have a look at the others. And there's one with 20 runners there, that one, and that one had 16 runners. But we might not be looking at enough information here, so we can drag this line across and split the screen a bit further over to the right so that we can look at a bit more of our data. So just left click on it and drag it across, and now we can look at the type of race now and add that to our analysis. Now with a runner there, look, there's a handicap, and one there's a stakes, and that was another handicap. So maybe the handicaps there, that one had 20 runners and that one had 20 runners as well, so maybe that's some kind of a problem that we might want to investigate. And if we had entered information in these other columns here, we can have a look at those as well. So by placing one set of data alongside another by using screen splitting, we can look at our results, identify individual runners if we want, and see how we can improve things even if we need to go right back to our original data.